Welcome back here to our part 3 of our acrylic painting for beginners. And here again we have our almost completed acrylic painting here. And we're going to be finishing this up today with adding a few little elements down here at the very bottom in our kind of land sand area. So what I'm going to show you is on my palette I've got 3 different colors. I've got titanium white, we've got black, and we've got a little bit of burnt sienna here. We're going to be mixing these 3 together to accomplish the color and design of our few elements that we're going to be adding here. First thing is, what we're going to be doing is adding a little bit of streamlined water here right in between where our ocean and land connects to give it a little bit more of a realistic feel here. So I'm going to take my liner brush here, and this is about a size 4 liner brush. And I've already got some white pretty much added to this, and I just use a tad bit of white on the tip of my brush, just the tip of the brush. And I want it pointed. I want to kind of roll that paintbrush into my white, give it a good little twist there, to have a little point on the tip. I'm going to go up here to my painting here, and I'm going to start here at the very edge and just kind of connect my ocean waves here to my land with a little bit of streaming kind of waves here of the ocean. And it's just kind of like a flick of the wrist here. You can kind of be loose and just kind of let your brush kind of flow like water. So here we go. I'll bring this up a little bit closer to you so you can see kind of what I'm doing here. And this just takes just a tad bit of white on the tip of the brush again. And you want these lines to be rather thin and just kind of right on the edge there. Nothing perfected as to a straight line. Okay. But you want these kind of lines to be free and flowing in a sense. So take a little bit of water on the tip of the brush. Add just a little bit of white, keeping the tip pointed. And just kind of, on your best judgment, just kind of pick a spot and just let your hand just kind of flow, go with the flow kind of sense. You can go into the ocean color here as well. Don't be afraid to, roll that brush into the ocean a bit. You got waves in there, and you want that feeling that they're just kind of flowing into the sand as well. So keep that in mind as you add these onto your canvas board. bring this up here a little closer. Get a little bit more feel of what's going on here. Okay. Now let's move on to adding a few elements down here to kind of complement our sand area. I'm going to clean my brush. And I'm going to take a mixture of this burnt sienna, just on the tip, still using this number 4 liner brush. This is a detailed brush here. And I'm going to take a little bit of this titanium white and just mix it in there to kind of tone that burnt sienna down a bit. I'll show you here. So it's toned down a bit. Now I'm going to come up in here back into my sand area and just kind of on my best judgment and just kind of pick a spot or starting point and just add a few elements, kind of just laying them into our sand. We want a little bit of a kind of indentation in these details that we add here, or these elements we add into the sand, to kind of help them feel like they do exist. Okay, so let's begin. Let's see. I'm gonna pick my area off here on the right. I just kind of feel like I'm drawn to the right here. These are just kind of almost very similar to the white kind of wave that we added here, connecting from our ocean to our sand. But these are much shorter, as in length size. And we just want to spread them out as we add them. We don't want too many of these in here to kind of overwhelm our sand. We just want to put a few in there to the point where we know that they exist, but they're not overwhelming our painting. Now I've added just a tad bit of this black into my mix because I want these kind of to feel like little kind of sharp little pointed rocks that's coming out of the sand. So I want that black, a little bit of black. Let me show you this mix here where I've added a little bit of black to help push those elements out of the sand just a tad bit. And I'll bring this a little bit closer to you so you can see this a little better. Spread them out, remember, spread them out. Keep them thin. I take my finger, just one finger, like my index finger here, and I just kind of rub it against that painting that's wet, a little bit wet, to kind of blend that painting into my already dry mix of paint on the canvas. Okay. Bring this a little closer. You can see just a few of those indentations in the sand. I'm gonna move over to this side here now. Do a few over there. Remember, these are quite thin and not too long. We want to keep them short. Just a few more. Add a little bit of mixture of that black in there to kind of help push these out of the sand just a tad bit. And again, just kind of use your own judgment. Try not to overwhelm your painting with this. And at this point, I'm going to call this a completed painting. I'm going to sign off on this. I'm going to take my number 3 here, liner brush, a little bit of black on here. And that will conclude our oceanscape, seascape type painting here. I hope you enjoyed this, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.